Make something creative out of your life. Don't just work a job.
Jean-Michel, Jean space Michel space Anthony space Linehan, that's an Irish name, space Fujikawa, that's a Japanese name. I hail from samurai clans called the Yakuza clan out of Hokkaido, that's an island in Japan, and from County Cork in Ireland. That's why I feel very comfortable drinking both sake tonight, eating Japanese cuisine, and drinking Jameson. Strictly Irish Catholic, no Irish Protestant bullshit.
Wait, what's
Square root of 170. Do you know the square root of 170? We're serious about hanging art here. This is our calculations. It's always good to have a little bit of math in the mix, right, Caitlin? Give a shout out to math. Alright, it's not cool to be into math, but I'm into math. Fuck them all.
It's a piece of corporate waste that the antagonists have acquired because I don't think we'd ever shell out the $1,900 that this sign cost. But in true antagonist fashion, things are fucked up. So I have to program it by bouncing this signal off the wall and reading it backwards in the window. I think this is how Bruce Lee started out his training, with many, many obstacles to overcome. So I'm going to crane kick this sign into action.
Very good.
Mr. Miyagi.
Up here?
Up here, yeah.
Okay. Can you just stick that down there, Ethan, while you're there?
Yep.
Thank you.
This is my favorite fucking busboy in the world.
Show him up now. Larenzo came from next door. He used to deliver ice, now he's delivering drinks to the people. I don't know what that means. He's a good man. Say something in Spanish. Alright, now that's not cool, yo. Come on, I heard something madre. Nobody needs to talk about my mom here, alright? My mom's a decent woman. A decent woman. Why did you help us hang the other night?
Actually, because I liked what you guys were doing. And
Because we have a lot of artists, I just want to tell you, that come in, they're all dicks. They come and they leave their art and then they come back and complain that it's crooked or that it's like this or that, or it's too, like the guy fucking, what was the guy interviewed? Duncan or something? It's like, oh, the piece is too high. I'm like, the piece is made of fucking fragile glass. No, it was that piece with a bullshit knife on it.
Duncan Murdoch. D-U-N-C-A-N-M-U-R-D-O-C-H. Okay. H.
Alright, Duncan. What piece did you have tonight?
My piece is called Evidence.
And what's so cool about it?
What's so cool about it?
Yeah, what makes it like a good, worthy piece of art? To me, it just looks like a knife sitting on some fabric behind some glass.
Yep. Well, that's good. What makes it so cool to me is that it is a knife. It's something that can cause serious detrimental pain and death. It's like that makes it dangerous. It's on the edge, dangerous. It's behind glass. It's in a case because I believe that a lot of modern art these days, if it's there's like a process of canonization when a piece comes from someone's studio. When it comes to a gallery or a museum, it's again, it's canonized. It's put behind glass. It's hung on the wall. It has a nice frame, and it's all, it's deemed as worthy. So I, as an artist, deem my own art as worthy, even though it is a knife on a piece of fabric behind a piece of glass.
It's Juicy D Pennington. Juicydy Pennington.
Well, obviously the first question is, why is it Juicy D?
I work at a cage joint Because like I was always like the guy that was like bartending was like, "Yo, dude, man, why are you always fucking ordering juices?"
Did you just find the knife, or did you put those on there? What did you use?
The knife is a kitchen knife that I had, and I came up with the idea because I saw an article about all these inmates who made knives, fashion knives.
Shanks, right?
Yeah, shanks. And I was like, "Ooh, that's kind of cool." So it's kind of like a play off of that. It's supposed to be a little bit funny.
How'd you get into taking pictures?
I've been doing it for like about 5 years, 6 years.
You think you're good at it?
I think I'm alright.
You think you're good enough to ask $200 for a photograph that
Well, I
costs
was
you like
trying to get
$10
down
to
to like
make?
150, but I forgot I got here too late. But I think like yeah, $200 is good.
Do you want to make like a living off your photographs
Yeah,
today?
definitely. Yeah.
Why?
At one point. It's something I enjoy.
Wife comes out with a kitchen knife, or all kitchen knives, and so I used that and I wrapped it. And it has fake blood on it. It has actual blood.
Actual blood?
Well, no, it's ketchup.
Is it really? It
Yeah,
looks
it's
pretty
good.
fucking realistic to me.
Really?
Yeah. You used real glass, and I almost cut myself on it, which is fine. You know, you're an artist, you use whatever you're going to use. Why did you use real glass? Why not like plastic? That plastic would have been easier. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I use glass because it's I tend to make a lot of art that is kind of almost, even around the house when I make something, it's almost balancing. It's precarious. I like that. For some reason, I like it. It's dangerous. It's like, I almost want it to fall.
So you're happy that it almost cut me, is what you're telling me?
Well, I'm like, yeah, I'm happy that you had an experience, like a dangerous experience with the art, because it is a knife and it is supposed to be kind of dangerous, so. But yeah, that's a pattern that I just started to realize about myself. It's just I want things to be a little dangerous.
That's good, that's good. Would you commit a crime for art? Say, stab someone to get real blood on your knife? Or maybe not that level.
Yeah.
But would you commit a crime for art?
Yeah, I mean, I commit crimes a lot. You know, what kind of crime are you talking?
I'm
Yeah,
asking you.
I'd like double park for art.
So, Juicy D, would you commit a crime for art?
Depends what crime. Like running naked down the street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trespass?
Yeah.
Would you stab somebody in the neck?
If I liked them, no. But if I didn't like them, yeah.
If they needed it?
If they need it, yeah.
Good. I like someone who actually fucking will do something.
Yeah. You know? But I want to kill them, though.
No. Just stab them in the neck and they will
Just
scar.
so
And
they
talk
feel
about
the point what I'm trying to express, you know. If they feel what I'm trying to express, then yeah, whatever.
it. Probably will if you stab them in the
I
neck.
feel they would, yeah.
I started coming here because a gay friend of mine turned me on in this bar. I heard a guy. It's weird. I'm talking about a lot of gay stuff right now. I know I'm wearing a yellow.
People around me all the
V-neck
time.
sweater. I'm sorry, but I came to this bar. It's
Bye,
quiet.
Mike.
You be quiet. Go eat your chicken.
Oh, okay.
So get out of
Good
here.
night, Lisa.
I came to this bar and I heard a friend named Ted Barrow. He's a professional skateboarder, standing over a microphone.
Shut up!
Reading in a monotone voice this story about how he and his friends in Austin, Texas used to get into his friend's car, listening to like fucking Pink Floyd, put dirty magazines on the dashboard and on the seat backs in front of them, and would then listen to music, jerk off together. They wouldn't look at each other, but they would jerk off together, do their deed. If one of them finished before the other or whatnot, they never came at the same time. They would just sit there patiently, wait, and then they'd go skateboarding together. And when I heard that story,
It just inspired you to keep coming back?
because yeah, I've never been a part of something like that before. I've never really felt like I was a part of a team. I still don't really feel like I'm a part of a team.
What was the team?
This Blue Holiday.
And each of your names.
Van. Ferdinand. Jared. Paul Friedrich Berting.
Kind of rock.
Atmospherical, I guess. I don't know if that's what we use.
Kind of like an extension of ourselves.
Exactly.
If that's not
Is that
profound
supposed
enough.
to be a deep answer?
It's like a penis. That's very passionate.
A passion if we bleed all over your guitar, right?
That's right.
So,
This happens like every
chunk
show.
I took out this time?
That's nice. Wait a minute, there's an antagonist movement. Why hasn't anyone told me? At the show.
Oh, don't even play, you know.
I do. That's
Alright, so
awesome.
what is the antagonist movement?
Isn't it like you guys like want to like fuck with people to make them create better art?
What was the team effort there, though?
The team, like being able to trust yourself. I've showered with men before. I've played on sports teams, and I've showered in a community shower, and I've not been afraid, even though I'm half Japanese, half Irish, which means I'm cursed by both.
You can see Fuji's ass through these jeans.
Whatever. My tan ass is actually an advantageous fucking
beige.
effect to my manhood.
So
but
you were saying something about
of
wanting
team,
to be
being
part
on
of a team.
I want to be on a part of a team. I'm very like nervous. I've never read here before, and it's something I'd like to do a lot, but I'm afraid that I wouldn't make people laugh and like girls. I don't know. I like these guys.
Why don't you just try reading for yourself?
What kind of crime would you commit? Have you committed a crime? Sorry.
I would definitely tell people to download our art off the internet without written consent. That's a crime. If we like had our shit like copyright or whatever.
If we were actually on a label.
Yeah.
Which we're not.
That's my crime.
Wait, so that's the worst crime that you would commit?
And that's
for
pretty
your
badass.
murder.
That's badass.
You would kill somebody.
Kill.
No, I wouldn't.
Fred has killed before.
I have killed.
I'm gonna write something about antagonist movement. I'm gonna write that. I just feel like a protagonist though, and I feel kind of uncomfortable. Like
Nothing happens to
these guys. This guy has a hood on, and this guy has pins, and I'm wearing a yellow collared V-neck sweater.
That's very Sinatra of you. I like that actually.
Thank you. I think Paul Newman.
Welcome to the team.
Can I ask you, when you guys asked me to do this, does that mean that you guys want me to be a part of the team?
We want everyone to be a part of the team, but especially you, my friend.
But not everyone can be an antagonist.
Not
right?
everyone can be. No. Come next week, and we're gonna see. You'll see the process of whether or not we're gonna let someone become an antagonist, or whether we're gonna shoot them out.
Okay. Well, here's my.
Inducting a few new members into the Antagonist movement tonight. But this ceremony, it's kind of lies somewhere in between a bar mitzvah and leaving the Yakuza or the Shai Halud, for those of you who are familiar. I'll explain to you how this works. Someone who wants to come into the Antagonist movement, a member of the movement, will bring forth a suggestion saying, I want to induct this person, and they have an advocate. At which point, every other member of the Antagonist movement then berates them to the ground, makes them feel like shit, and points out all of their flaws. And at the end of that, we decide, maybe we'll let you in. That's kind of how it works. The antagonist, Mr. Dan Graff.
Basically, if you guys don't know, we're voting in either Richard or Arturo, and possibly Charlie Bob tonight. That's kind of a surprise for him.
I already know about it.
Yeah. Charlie made some good food tonight, so we figured he should be in, because, you know, cooking is an overlooked art form. But now I want to talk about Richard, another person that someone said, you can't find anything bad about Richard Allen. He's always smiling, he's been through some shit. But you know, Richard Allen is a guy who always is seen on camera with a huge nose, which doesn't represent us that well. He's got a huge nose on camera, and he's always talking about what the Antagonist movement has done for him. We give him assignments, he writes for the assignments. We give him this and that, we ask him to pick out themes. But being a part of the Antagonist movement, you have to bring something to the table. And Richard has never really brought anything to the table. We ask him to archive our work, he does it, but he does as he's told. And I ask, where is that writer's creativity? I mean, he has nice words, but they're always bleak. How are you going to support us? How are you going to get me to do something nice when you're talking about overdoses and people killing themselves? I need to hear something from you that's positive, and then maybe I'll vote for you, Richard.
Richard Allen is really the illegitimate love child of Steve McQueen and Gary Shandling. The most talented, or if not one of the most talented writers I've ever heard. I can't even read, so I can't even hear. But yes, I have to say I'm very impressed by his writings, fiction or real stories. Or you can't say fiction because Charlie told me that it's not fiction if they're real stories. But I'm not going to say anything about Charlie because he could put me in the East River in a concrete whatever. So
first of all, I would like to bring up Mr. Ethan Minsker.
He should be a member because, first off, he's from Mexico City and we need to have that international flair. He's brought us a lot of artists, he's brought us a lot of writers, he's designed stuff for us.
We don't need any liabilities, and Richard already hit rock bottom a long time ago. As you know from his story, so it can only get better from here. Also, yeah, I've worked with him for 4 years. I trust him with my money, with my business, with anything. He's a great guy, I love him.
Charlie Bott is the only man I know that can drive an SUV and get away with it in my head and not feel guilty about it. And Charlie Bott has been there time and again for us with some of the most entertaining stories I've ever heard of real life. Growing up in some rough-ass neighborhoods in Brooklyn.
We're here trying to see if we want to vote some people in tonight, and you know what, I don't even know if they want to fucking be involved with us at all. So I'm going to call, say, Arturo Vega up here, and I want you to say something.
Actually, I asked these guys if I was supposed to talk, and they said no. So I feel like I have mixed feelings. So I kind of like it, but I always hate you for trying to
I'm very pleased they asked me to join. That's all I have to say.
Yeah! Charlie? There's a lot of things that people do, and then there's a lot of things that people say they do. It's nice because you're a part of something, and you're doing something, and you're producing something, because there are so many people that say, you know, I wish I could, I should have could. You know, they wind up shouldn't all over themselves. Do something and have a purpose. Not that I need a purpose, but an artistic purpose, I guess.
I want to tell you too that the way you get involved is you talk to somebody who you see doing something, and we're kind of sick of people who talk about shit, like Charlie said, and don't do anything. So we kind of got together, and we're here to support each other and to get you to start creating.
All in favor who would like to see Arturo Vega become a member of the Antagonist movement, say aye. Aye. All against, fuck you, we don't care. All right, for Richard Allen, all in favor? Yay! All right, I heard a no, but once again, we don't care. And Charlie Bott, please raise your hand if you want him in. Yay! So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the 3 newest members of the Antagonist movement, Richard Allen, Arturo Vega, and Charlie Bott.
Sure. Robert Williams, R-O-B-E-R-T, W-I-L-L-I-A-M-S.
I really like the fact that you guys are here, and I don't know if I said this to you before when we were outside, but no, what the whole Antagonist movement is doing is really the kind of energy that's made New York an interesting place, and you see less and less and less of that, it seems to me. When I originally moved here, art was literally bursting out of the galleries, you know, in the 80s with the whole East Village thing. And there's a lot less of that kind of spontaneous energy. So it's just nice to see that there's somebody that loves the stuff they're doing and wants to set up like a discourse, you know, and have that play out. So I'm glad
it's funny because we had that conversation about, you know, like creating all these networks, you know, like to allow the art to emerge from, you know, underground stuff to less underground stuff, right? And then hopefully not to mainstream stuff, but you know, to some levels that are just taking the artwork out from some back alley somewhere that nobody's gonna hear about it, and then put it somewhere where, you know, like under the light. Yeah. And which could even lead to a certain
like a new form of art, which would be like social art.
Mm.
You know, like this itself. It's an art piece. All by itself. This whole movement, which sounds for me sometimes like a treehouse club, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still exactly what I think we need to create that network.
To consider yourself a successful artist, you have to make money off of your art.
Well, I don't consider myself a successful artist, except in the fact that I think my art has gotten better, it's gotten more honed, and I'm committed to doing it for the rest of my life. Unless, of course, I get uninterested and stop. But I don't see that happening.
Ask people, would you ever commit a crime for your art?
I mean, it depends on the crime. I haven't paid my taxes for 5 years to commit a crime.
Kelly Owens, Owens. You want some powder? Ugh, put on some deodorant.
And you?
I am Scott Garapolo, SCOTTGARAPOLO.
Antagonist movement I found out through a particular woman named Marie and another woman named Kira who invited me here to play. I'm inspired and influenced by many different things. I grew up listening to jazz from my father, and I grew up also playing classical clarinet. And then I also grew up listening to hard rock, Van Halen, and many other, bands. And but then what I really love is soul music. Marvin Gaye, Bonnie Raitt, I don't know, Aretha Franklin, people who touch me with their soul. Bob Dylan, Tom Petty,
Johnny Cash.
Johnny Cash, of course. Johnny Cash. It's a whole bunch of different kinds of music infused into one, which is just what it is that I end up writing. I just write what I write from me, and it just somehow touches people. And in one way or another.
But we do all give up a lot of stuff to do this music. I mean, neither one of us are from New York. You give up a lot of things to do this stuff, and after a few years, you might consider going out of the bounds of civilization for that break.
Do you think that you need to be able to make money off of it?
I don't think so. I mean, I don't.
Would consider yourself more successful if you did make money off of your music?
No. I think it's how you feel inside, when you play it, when you play a show, when you write it, it comes from how you value yourself and therefore how you value your music.
That's it. We're ready for some dough. No?
Yeah, I'd be in for some cash.
Yeah, you really, like you say, like you've been saying, you don't do it for the cash, but the whole world stands up a band or a musician up to that yardstick, which is how much cash they make. We all want to
Do I ever even
name is Ethan Minsker. I just finished directing and producing the first Antagonist film, The Soft Hustle. It's a 90-minute feature narrative shot on digital video and 16mm. One of the things that makes our film experimental is the process of how we make the film. You may not have a lot of money to make a film, but what you do have as an artist or someone in creative is probably a lot of time. So instead of rushing and taking off work and doing those things and shooting your film in a block of like 3 or 4 weeks, we spent 4 years doing it. Everybody could afford to put time in, so you would just every week make a schedule of shooting for 2 hours a week. You know, maybe 1 or 2 scenes. If you have to do 3, that's fine, but every week you do only 1 day, 2 to 3 hours every week for 4 years that we did our film. And now that's we have other filmmakers that are doing the same thing. You don't have to rush through your film to get it completed, because the one thing that you have is time, and time is only cost you, it doesn't cost anyone else. It's made up of just people in the neighborhood that were involved with the Antagonist movement, or came to the writers' night, or did the art shows, or just friends of ours, and we pulled all those people together to make a film. And everything we do and all the projects we do, we say, you know, please everyone get involved and help. If you're out there and you're watching this and you have some way that you can help us with the film, contact us. We need a distributor. We want to be in video stores. We want to do more screenings. We are working on a new film that we are planning to write over the next year, year and a half, and shoot during one of the summers.